Hey there, sugar cakes. So it's the end of the year. I'm releasing this video on December 31st, 2024, and we're about to be in 2025. Isn't that crazy? The year is over. So I did want to I thought about doing a best Bara games of 2024 video, but I don't think all the games I played came out in 2024, so that wouldn't really be fair. So instead, I just decided to do a kind of overview of what Bara and Gay Komi games were like in 2024. Now, I did ask, what would you like to see from Bara games in 2025? I had better art, better stories, more variety in genre and gameplay, and more spiciness is, I guess, what we can say. Better art and better stories both equally have the least votes. A lot of times better art had even less, but it keeps catching up to better stories. This honestly, it shocked me, but then it didn't shock me because a lot of Bara games have really, really good artwork. So I guess that's a lot of people basically saying the art isn't something that needs to be improved. And a lot of people are saying the storytelling doesn't need to be improved. Coming in second place is more variety in genre and gameplay. Now, honestly, I'm surprised this one did not win the poll because this is something that I myself want more of in 2025. One of my viewers, Demon Thing, basically echoed my opinion. He said, maybe controversial opinion, but I feel like there's enough Bara dating sims. It would be cool if there was a Bara horror game, but maybe that's just me. No, Demon Thing, it's not just you. While I don't necessarily want a horror game, or maybe I do, because if we're thinking like Resident Evil, that's horror-ish. I think it's time for a lot of developers to jump into other genres, because I feel like the visual novel genre is getting kind of tired. And granted, I had this same complaint when, what was I playing? Like, it was years ago, I was playing like a lot of games like this, but they were straight. They weren't gay games, but they were straight games. And it was kind of the same problem. They were like all visual novels or dating sims. I'm like, where are the platformers? Where are the shoot 'em up games? Where are the fighting games? And there were some in there, but it just was so few and far between. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with Bara and Gay Komi. I'm kind of seeing most people are just making visual novel dating sims. And those are great, don't get me wrong, but I want more variety in gameplay. That's why I was so happy with Mr. Ryu and his games, with Dead Dating being more of like a point and click kind of adventure thing, or Hunky City having a world you can explore with mini games, or like I just got finished playing Jock Studio has a lot of mini games intertwined in there to make it more immersive. There's also a lot of games from Mail Doll that have different gameplay. Like I think there's a game Boyfriend Rescue that's a platformer. There's also this game that I've been checking out from this Chinese developer, and he's making a platforming action game, kind of like a Metroidvania, but he's also making like a third-person shooter game. And I'm really keeping my eyes on that. And like I already talked about with the mobile games, Hosumo, Gai, Another Eidos, those are the only three that I'm currently playing, because a lot of the other ones are kind of falling into that same boat, just kind of visual novel clicker games. And speaking of clicker games, y'all see me playing like a lot of time management games on my streams lately. I would love to have a Bara version of that. You could even have like visual novel scenes in between. That would be fun. But the clear winner is more spiciness. That won the poll 46%. That's almost half. Almost half of y'all said y'all just want more spiciness. But I wonder if y'all are just saying we just want to continue the spiciness, or you want even more spiciness, because I feel like these games are already pretty spicy. Like I said, I finally unlocked some of the romance scenes in Hunky City. I played the demo for Jock Studio. Those are pretty freaking spicy. Along with a lot of other games, I'm like, how spicy do y'all want this? What do y'all want? But I will say, as a whole, I feel like 2024 was a very successful year. There were a lot of great games that came out. I got to chat with a lot of developers. I got to see, some behind the scenes from a lot of developers. I got to talk to a lot of writers. And book publishers. So that was really fun, to expand beyond, the gaming scope of things. But that's kind of all I have for you guys right now. Leave a comment below. What do you personally want to see more of from Bara and Gay Comey games in 2025? I love to hear it, and Happy New Year.